Hey guys, welcome to your She Beast Reformer workout. I'm here at the beautiful Azadi Retreat Center in Ubud in Bali, and I couldn't be more excited to share this sequence with you. Pilates has my heart. Many years ago, it single-handedly brought me back to life after a serious trauma left me physically and psychologically broken. Now, by coupling my Pilates practice with really fun and intense strength training routines, with an awesome variety of cardiovascular exercises and activities like surfing, swimming, sailing, boxing, running, and by also coupling my Pilates practice with a newfound love for yoga and a strong meditation practice, I've found that all of these modalities together have helped me arrive at a new sense of self. They've helped me discover strengths I didn't even know I had. I cannot wait to see what you think of this workout, and I hope that it brings you as much joy as it does me. A quick note on how the reformer works and what exactly it is. The reformer is positioned on a metal frame. On that frame sits your carriage. The carriage is governed by a series of springs and pulleys. Those springs and pulleys are connected to these straps, which can be placed in the hands and at the feet. At the base of the reformer sits a jump board or cardio rebounder or a foot bar. Now the jump board serves as a trampoline, but unlike a trampoline, the jump board is more supportive of your joints because you can execute trampoline-like exercises supine, kneeling, or seated. In this way, it helps to take tension out of the body where you might otherwise place it. The foot bar is a small rectangular bar that would be placed in relation to the jump board if the jump board were removed. And the foot bar allows you to advance your practice or to provide yourself with more support when you need it in your workout. The foot bar offers assistance and resistance by changing the elevation of specific exercises and also allowing you to get a deeper and a more full stretch. From here, we'll begin on the jump board. And to start, you'll place yourself on a lighter spring setting. If you're working on a classical 5-spring or 5-pulley system, you'll want 1 to 2 outer springs or 1 heavy middle spring. Now, the goal of our jump board work today is to just get a feel for what the board does and how it works. You'll bring your arms long to the side and lay down on the carriage with your toes pointed. Now, from here, before we get going, take a minute to lift your seat, tuck your tailbone slightly, and imprint your entire spine onto the carriage. By doing so, you'll create some space between the 26 vertebrae of your spine, alleviating any tension that might exist in your low back. Bring your toes in line with your knees and zip your legs together, hugging the midline of the body. Arms are long, fingers soft, and shoulders relaxed. When you jump out, extend heel ball toe and land toe ball heel, as if you were shooting a basketball or serving a volleyball. Pointing the toes and reaching through the arches of the foot, creating a C curve in the arch of the foot every time you jump. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now from here, take the knees into the chest, soft landing. Take it in, soft landing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hop on one foot. Right leg comes in. For 5, both feet land. 4, both feet land. 3, perfect pointed toes and square hips. 1, now we work the other leg. Jump and land. Now you'll notice I'm jumping pretty gingerly on the reformer. The reformer is really easy to overwork. A lot of times we want to really jump into the cardio rebounder as if we were springing off a hard surface, but it's far harder to control yourself and utilize the strength of your abdominals to execute the jump. In order to use your abs to jump in a supine position, you need to exhale every time you spring off the jump board. This will cause your transverse abdominis, the inner matrix, the horizontal matrix of your abdominals, seated deep at your core, to contract. And it's that contraction that will fuel a strong, successful, lean and long jump. 3 and 2 and 1. Switch legs one more time for 5 to 8. Just warming up your hips. Perfect. 4 here and 3, pointed toes, and 2. Now on 1, bring your feet into first position, heels together, toes apart, and we jump out. Now again, this jump is nice and soft. Toes are pointed, arches in a C curve. I always say arches long, heels together. Every time I jump, I allow my inner thighs to contract. My inner thighs are wrapping to my outer thighs through the external rotation of my hip. So I'm not jumping from my feet, I'm jumping from my abs, using the power of my glutes and my inner thighs to control and stabilize my jump. 3 here, and 2, and 1. Now we wrap, heel to arch, jump, heel to arch, jump. Heel touches the arch of each foot. Every time you'll jump, you'll feel the external rotation of those hips. And every time you spring out, I want you to think about gluing the glutes together as you open from the inner to the outer thigh. Already my hips are on fire because I'm engaged deeply at my transverse abdominis and I'm working through my inner and outer thighs to stabilize and secure my jump. 3 and 2 and 1. Now let's see if we can double wrap and land. Double wrap and land. Wrap, wrap, land. Heel arch, arch, land. Arch, arch, land. Arch, arch, land. Arch, arch, land. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take it right back to parallel. Now from here, you'll want to take one knee into the chest, the right knee, and the left. The right knee and the left knee. If your handles get in your way or get caught up in your straps, simply move them to the side. 3 and 2 and 1. Now as if you were jumping into a pool, light cannonball and land, toe ball, heel. Light cannonball and land. It's not about jumping forcibly onto the jump board. It's about jumping heel ball toe and landing tightly toe ball heel. One more time. Spring off, land toe ball heel. Spring off, land toe ball heel. Spring and land. Spring and land. One more. Spring and land. Now take it right back to that parallel jump and kick it out in a V, land parallel. Out, external rotation, land. Out, land. Out, land. You're creating a V. Think of a vase. Up and out 3, up and out 2, up and out 1. Kick it straight up. Kick it straight up. 5, 4, 3 more. 2, 1, and take those feet to the top of the jump board. Now that the hips are warmed up, take the toes onto the top of the board, lift the hips, and lower. Just one more time, then we'll take the headpiece down. Hips come up, and hips lower. Now that we've alleviated any tension that's built up in the hip crease, I want you to reach behind you, take the headpiece down to support the cervical spine, the neck, and coming onto either the ball of the foot or the arch, zip the legs together and slowly peel the lower, the middle, the upper back up, push the carriage out, pull the carriage in, lower down, upper, middle, lower back. Take it up, push it out, pull it in, lower down. Take it up, push it out, in, and down. 3 more. Up, out, in, and down. 2 more. Up, out, in, and down. Last one. Up, out, in, and down. Perfect. Now from here, Take your body and move it forward slightly, arms long to your side. You've now created about an inch or two of space from your shoulder block to your shoulders. Legs come up and overhead, 3, 2, 1, pointing your toes. Now you'll find this in Pilates mat sequences, really any classical Pilates inversion-based sequence. But what I love about this exercise is the ability to slowly articulate and melt through your spine. 3 and 2 and 1. Body forms an L, legs perpendicular to the spine. Bend at the knee, place the toes onto the cardio rebounder, the jump board. Lift the hips, lower the hips, point the toes, legs come up and over, toes pointed here, then feet firmly flexed. Slowly lower down with a flex in the feet. And when you get to 90 degrees, point the toes. With a point in those toes, and with yourself 2 inches from your shoulder blocks, you'll reach in line with your blocks to grab your straps. Now from here, you've got your straps. Oh, mine is tangled. And your straps, you can actually adjust. So if you want a bit more tension, you can hold the strap outside the fuzzies, or you can bring your hands to the fuzzies. No matter what, you're further away from the blocks, so you're giving yourself a bit more space. And again, those legs stay at a true 90. Nod shin to chest and take the legs with you. Reach the arms forward and hold it. Now from here, sail the legs to 45 degrees just off the jump board and stay. One more time. Legs are at that 90-degree bend at the hip. Your body is perpendicular, your spine is perpendicular to your legs, and your arms are long. Stay here. Now, as the legs lower down to meet the jump board, lift the arms slightly. Exhale, press the hands down, lift the legs up. Let's work that for 5. And tap. 4. And tap. Good. 3 more. And tap. 2. And down. And then on the last one, push the hands down, keep the legs long, bring the legs to tabletop position and hold it. Fingers are long. From here, reach 2 inches further forward, lift the arms slightly. Exhale, curl up higher, press the arms down. Inhale, lift to the knees. Exhale, press down. Shins are parallel to the ground. We inhale, lift the fingers past the knees, roll back to mid-blade. Exhale, press down, lifting to the tips of the shoulder blades, shoulders off the mat. Lower, exhale, lift. 4 more. 4, and press. 3, press. 2, press. 1, press, hold, stay there for 3, for 2, on 1, head comes down, feet go right into the straps. Now you're on a lighter spring setting, so this is about spinal extension. This is about rolling through that spine to create long, lean lines in the body. Press the legs down with the head down and the spine down on the carriage. Now from here, 3, 2, 1, lift the hips, lift the legs, toes over the eyes, stay there, hold it, bend the knees in line with the blocks and slowly melt through the spine. 3 and 2 and 1. Keep the legs as they are, keep articulating through the spine, straightening the legs without moving the feet. 3 and 2. When you can't go any further, when you feel that stretch to its maximum potential in your glutes and through your hamstrings, then sail those heels, to the glutes. Let's do it again. Press out to 45, arms long, shoulders relaxed. Take the legs up and overhead, stacking the spine. In this position, stay and hold. Bend your knees, heels together, toes apart. Flexing through the feet, press through the spine, imprinting into the carriage with each of those 26 vertebrae. Keep reaching down and long, pointing the toes, and when you can go no further, heels to the glutes. One more time. Press out, dive up, dive over, stay and hold. Heels together, toes apart. You can also work in parallel here. I recommend alternating. It's always good to work in anatomical position, but you want to make sure that you're also working parallel positions so that you gain equal strength in your adductors and abductors, inner and outer thighs. Now bend your knees, stay pointed through your toes, round through your spine, 3 and 2 and 1. Hips down, straight legs. From here, heels into the seat, press the legs out. We circle down, around and up, down, around and up for 5 and circle, 4 and circle. Good. 3 more and 2 and 1. Now to reverse it, take the legs away the width of the carriage for 5, for 4, 3 more. Perfect. 2 and 1. Hold it here. Bend the knees into the chest, take the handles into the hands, slide the body back slightly by pressing into the cardio rebounder, and rock up to seated. 3, 2, 1, you're up. Now, in this position, come forward and add 1 spring. You're now on 2 black springs, or you can come into 1 middle spring. From here, you'll turn it around, placing your feet into the headrest with your glutes at the edge of the carriage. Arms up 90 degrees. Now, if this is too much resistance, you can come into 1 middle spring. Bringing the hands into fists or fingers high to the sky, we inhale to stack, exhale, hinge back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dive over, push through the straps, press the straps back and hold it. 3, hold it. 2, on 1, return to start. Again, starting at 90 with long fingers or fists, hinge back, reach up, dive over with flexed feet, find the dive, palms back, shoulders back, push through the straps, clasp the hands this time, lift the arms, lift them high as you can, open the arms to circle around. 2 more, 90, hinge 45, arms reach out, dive up, dive over, reach to the toes, carriage comes in, palms press back, shoulders back, hands clasp, arms reach, nose, knees, feet flexed. Stay here 3, stay here 2, stay here 1, and circle around. Perfect. From here, place 1 strap onto the shoulder block. Place the opposing strap in the left foot. You'll come on to 1 middle spring, or you can stay on 1 outer spring. With the strap in the left foot, bring the hands to the shoulder blocks, inside or outside the block. Leg extends long, knee comes into chest. Press out, return in. Lengthen away and return in. You have 5 and 4. Perfect. 3, pointing through the toe, square in the hips. 2 and 1. Now stay. If you need to adjust your hand to the inside of the mat, do so. Sail the leg out to the side, hug the leg in. Sail it out, hug it in. 3 more for a total of 5. Whew. And 2, press back. 1 more. 1, press back. From here, bring that leg forward. Take hold of that handle. Place it back onto the shoulder block. Move now the left knee to the middle of the carriage, about 4 inches from the back edge, and place the right strap on the right foot. Hands come down in line with the shoulder blocks like lobster claws. Thumb around, fingers to the side. You can also bring the hand to the outside of the strap if it's in your way. Knee comes into the chest, leg extends. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, flexing at the hip. Inhale, extending. For 5, press back. 4, press back. 3, 2 more, 2. 1 more, 1. Now bring both hands to the inside of the blocks, sail the leg out to the side, and press back. Sail out and back. You can take a look at your back leg to make sure that it's moving in line with the jump board. For 3, press back. For 2, press back. 1 more, 1, press back, and take a moment, knee comes into the chest. Now in that exercise, you'll notice that my outside arm would slightly buckle, slight bend in the elbow. That will naturally happen because your body weight will naturally shift to one side. You need to work to even the shift of the body weight by recentering through the midline of the body, utilizing a deep exhalation and a deep contraction of your transverse abdominis to execute that rebalancing effect. From here, hang up both handles and come to sit on the reformer with crossed legs. Sitting right in the middle of the reformer, you can go to 2 outer springs or stay on 1 middle. Now, we take both hands together and we extend both arms out long. We sail both arms up and we pull them down. Again, together and apart, up and down. One more time. Together and apart, up and down. Now, if you want to add resistance here, you can increase the spring setting, which I'll do now. You can also change the position on the handles, getting rid of the straps and really hanging on to them like tight ropes. Now from here, I think I might have given myself too much resistance. We bring the arms together and out. We go up and down, together and out, up, woo, and down. 3 more. Together, apart, shaving off the back of the ponytail, an exercise I love to keep in all the time. 2 more. 2. Woo. Last one. 1. Reaching up. And then taking those handles and placing them back on your blocks. Now from here, you want to go to 2 outer springs and bring your hands onto your foot bar or your jump board. Tuck your toes so that the bottom of the toe is on the mat and press yourself back. Now stay there. Walk your toes into the headpiece crease. Bring your right knee into chest and sail your left leg out long for 10. For 9, arms at a 45-degree angle, 8. In 7. In 6. 5 more. Exhaling every time the right knee comes into the chest for 3. For 2. For 1. Both knees come down, toes tuck. From here, hips back, press the legs back and sweep them in for knee stretches. Back and forward. The pelvis maintains a slight scoop as the knees wrap inward like a metronome. Back and in, back, in. For 6 before we do the other leg. 5, 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Now come to stand again. Bring the feet into the headpiece crease. Lift now the left leg. Right knee pulls in, left knee comes in. 10, exhale. 9, exhale. 8, press. 7, 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower down with control. From here, you'll turn to the side quickly to finish, and we return to the jump board, an homage to my favorite piece of equipment. Again, you can come onto 1 middle spring or to 2 outers. Headpiece stays down, hand wraps around the board, Hip comes in line with the center of the board. We jump out with a pointed toe and return. For 5, 4, this is a really nice way to cool down on the reformer always. It's a beautiful way to get some leg and glute work in while still remaining supported in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. On 1, kick it up, parallel to the board and land. Up and land for 4, kick it. 3 and lift. 2 and lift. 1 more, 1 and lift. Perfect. Now, to come to the other side, bring your hands in line with the shoulder blocks, thumbs wrap around like lobster claws, hips come forward 45 degrees, jump out, woo, stay tall and land, out and in. Now the goal here is to maintain the spinal stack with straight arms. 5 and 4, pointed toes, and 3, good. 2 more than the other side, 2, last 1. Now we come to the other side. My juicy booty goodness is all up in your face. From here, out you go and land. Relax the neck so that the head, neck, and shoulders rest on the spine. Remember, the neck is an extension of the spine. For 5, pointed toe, even weight across the foot, from the big toe to the pinky, from the center toe all the way to the heel. 2 more. And then on 1, we're kicking it up. From here, we kick up and we land evenly in the center of the jump board with even weight from the inner to the outer edges of the foot. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Turn it around 1 last time. Come to sit tall, sitting about mid-mat, hands back, shoulders back, feet on, jump and land. Now the shoulder blocks do come out, which I always have to remind myself. So you may need to put your hands around the frame. Don't worry, you won't clip your fingers. From here, final set, kick out, land in, kick up and down. 2 more, out, in, up, down. 1 more, out, in, up, down. Turn it around, find that beautiful mermaid stretch. Take the front handle into your hand to the headpiece, dive over, big stretch, ear down, hold it for 3, hold it for 2. On 1, come back to center, take the arm in front of you and twist across, hold it for 3, hold it for 2, and for 1, place that handle back in the strap. Turn quickly to the opposite side. Feet or knees are stacked or staggered. Hand to the headpiece. From here, arm comes up to the sky. Dive and stretch, holding it here. Again, you're fanning your right ribs to the sky as you're lifting through the left underside of the body for 3. For 2. On 1, stack the spine again. Take the arm in front of the heart and sail the arm out to the side for 3. For 2, stack the spine, square the hips, relax the knees and the shoulders, relax the jaw for 1. Bring that handle right back in. And you, my friends, are done. I hope you enjoyed this workout, and I cannot wait to play the day away with you on this thing again soon.